How's it going, everybody? Today I'll be showing you how to lift a B9 Audi. This is going to be very similar for A4, S4, A5, A5, RS5, RS4, that whole sort of generation platform. They can be kind of tricky to lift up onto jack stands because there is no central front or rear jacking point, and so you can't get a jack underneath the front to lift up both front wheels at the same time. So I'm going to show you today how I do it onto two jack stands for an oil change. This is not for all four, although you could probably figure out a way to get that based on this instruction. But again, today we'll be lifting the car up onto two jack stands in order to do an oil change, and we'll do it safely, and I'll show you exactly what you're gonna need and how you're gonna do it. The first off is you need a pinch weld adapter for your floor jack. So this one is kind of a four-way one, but something that has a cutout for the pinch weld so that you're not gonna end up damaging the pinch weld itself or the frame of the car, the chassis. The rocker panels right here actually go really close to the pinch weld, and so if you don't use one of these, you're gonna risk cracking those, and it's all one piece and it's gonna be quite expensive to replace, so this is definitely a must. The second thing that is, in my opinion, a must is if you're using a traditional saddle sort of U jack stand like this, you want to use one of these pinch weld adapters. This have, again, this has a cutout for the pinch weld, fits over the saddle like this, and it protects the frame. It's rubber, it protects the frame, the pinch weld, as you lower the car onto it. This is, again, going to ensure that you don't crack your rocker panel or damage your car in any way, shape, or form. Now, this is not necessary. I like to use them just to give myself a little more room to work with as I'm lifting the car. I have these low-profile ramps that I drove the car onto first. Again, not necessary. You could use a 2x8 or 2x10 or something. It would work just fine. You could even just omit it altogether. But it does give me a little bit of added safety because I have something else under the wheel of the car if I'm going to be doing an oil change, which I'm going to be doing today. And it allows me to have a little more working room under the car as I'm jacking it up. Not necessary, but I'll put a link down below to this exact model because they work well for this purpose. And then definitely non-negotiable, you're gonna want some wheel chocks. I already have them set up here, one in the front, one in the rear. This is gonna make sure the car doesn't slip off or roll in any direction. Obviously you should have your park brake on too, but in case that fails or anything happens, having the wheels chalked off, both the front and the rear on both sides, is a must as well too. So here is the pinch weld. As you can see on the back, it's gonna be sort of right underneath the door handle. And here we have the pinch weld itself. This is the reinforced part where you're gonna put your jack stand and or your adapter. So you're gonna take your pinch weld adapter and you're gonna slide it up into there. And then when you lift with your jack, you're gonna lift up here. As you can see up here, the rocker panel gets really close to the pinch weld. And if you were to put your jack on it, it would crack. So that's why we're using this in order to lift the car. So now, since we don't have a front central jack point, we're gonna jack up the rear of the car and then slide a jack stand under the front pinch weld. So this works, I've tested it, and this is the only way I've found to safely get this car on two jack stands without using any sort of non-approved jacking points or jack stand points. So we have our adapter already under here. We're going to place our floor jack, and then we're gonna start lifting the car. All right, now I've got my jack stand with the pinch weld adapter. I'm gonna put it right in the middle of the pinch weld here. For now, I've got it on the lowest setting. If you need to go higher, you can always raise it later, but I'm just going to make sure that it's nice and center, make sure that it's gonna hit kind of center mass of the pinch weld right there. And then I'm going to slowly lower the car onto there. All right, now I'm going to repeat on the opposite side. This is gonna lift up the rear, but also the front. When I have it high enough, I'm gonna slide the jack stand under the front pinch weld on this side. You wanna keep an eye on the jack stand over there. Make sure that it's completely level. All 4 feet are touching the ground. Always a good idea to have a piece of plywood or something underneath it, especially if you're working on asphalt rather than concrete. But just keep an eye on it, and then we're gonna lift up the rear, the opposite rear corner. Okay, we are now ready to lower onto this jack stand, nice and slowly. So we've got the car up on 2 jack stands now. I'm leaving the floor jack under the rear pinch weld in the back there. It'd be better to put it under the front, but there isn't a good place to put the jack on the front, so that's better than nothing. And the last thing you want to do before you decide to get under the car is you want to give the car a real good push and like genuinely push it. Like try to push it off the jack stands. And if you can't, then it's probably safe for you to get under there and kind of go from a couple different angles. Just because if it's gonna move with you pushing, it's probably not safe for you to get under it. That's how you get a B9 Audi A4, A5, S5, whatever, onto 2 jack stands safely without using any sort of front jacking point. You're doing this at your own risk. This is how I've done it. I felt safe doing it. But again, if you're gonna get under your car, you're doing so at your own risk. If you have any questions, let me know down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you later.